Okay, welcome to my session. Like I said, we are going to look at um, client acceptance form, which is part of the uh, closure deliverables. And this is one key thing that we are going to be doing as a business analyst at the closure stage of the project. So the way you close a project is different from the way a project manager closes a project. Closing a project, more especially project like the one we handling IT or digital solution projects, you are going to be the first to close the project. You need to give signals. Once that signals goes, then not every other person, it's only you and the business project manager. The project manager will then follow suit and close the project. And what you do is to issue out an acceptance form to the client. If you are working for a client, you give it to the client. In an organization, we have the project sponsor. Whoever is sponsoring the project, you are the person that is going to accept the form from you and sign the form. Once accepted, then it means that the client or the project sponsor is happy with the outcome of the project. Once that form is signed, then the project manager will proceed, call a meeting, like lesson learned meeting or post-implementation review meeting. And after then, the project manager will come up with project closure report. So let's look at the kind of template we are going to be using for client acceptance in order to close a project as a business analyst. It's one of the things we are going to do in this project. Okay, in project closure deliverables, we'll have, well, we're going to talk about client stroke project sponsor acceptance form. That's the one that concerns you as a business analyst. The rest are deliverables for the project manager, which we have covered. So the client stroke project sponsor acceptance form is a crucial document signifying formal acceptance of the project deliverable by the client or the project sponsor. So this is where we are now beginning to feel like, yes, the project is coming to an end. So this step is vital for closing the project successfully and ensuring that the client is satisfied with the project outcome. They are not going to sign this form or this document for you if they are not happy. Yeah, they are not going to accept the project. It's just like you finish doing a work for someone and the person issue receipts. For instance, you are a mechanic, somebody brought a car in your mechanic workshop and you finish working on the car and you hand over the car, the person pays and the person is happy, the person drove off. In some cases, you might finish working and the person says, I'm not happy with this. You start dragging it with the person. It's just the same thing. So as a business analyst, you are the person that because you are the person that you are the person that recommended this solution. You recommended the solution, you designed the solution, and you follow up with developers, monitor them while they are building the solution or doing the configuration. And after then, they do the testing, and after that, you are happy that the solution you recommended, designed, and implemented is working. And you demo to the stakeholders and everybody's happy, then you say issue out a form. So they should be able to accept the form if they are happy. So it's different from the person directing, controlling. Yes, project manager, but because you are the person that designed this solution. That's why you are going to be the one that issue out this acceptance form to the client. So that is the way it works. The objective is to obtain formal acceptance from the client or the project sponsor, confirm that all deliverables meet the agreed upon specification, and document any outstanding issues or exception. The approach here is to share the deliverable with the client or the project sponsor for review before you want them to accept. You must share the deliverables or the delivery, everything. They must review them one after the other. After then, you schedule a meeting to discuss any question or concern. You give them time to review your work. And if they have any concern, they must have do a thorough review and make notes, which will going to be basis for discussion when you have a meeting with them. And make necessary revision based on the feedback. During the meeting, a feedback must be given out. If there is any need for some correction or anything that needs to be addressed, it needs to be addressed. So you make necessary revision based on the feedback. Once that is done, then you obtain formal acceptance through the signing of the acceptance form. Once they feel that they are happy after the revision, issue the file for them to sign. That is signing off the project from your hand. At this point, this is not in my hand again. It's now handed over to the project sponsor. For instance, the CRM system. In most cases, you find out that the CRM system maybe is the sales manager or the marketing manager is the arrowhead or the sponsor, the project sponsor pushing for a better CRM system for the department. For, let's say, sales department, they want a better CRM system that can help them for lead and contact management. And at the end of the project, you go to the the sales manager and hand over the solution. At this point, you hand it over to them, they can start work. They can start using the CRM system. It's now working. So it's no longer in their hand. So if there's any other thing, they are inviting you for a fresh input in that solution. That solution has been handed over to them. It's just like you hired a tailor to do a cloth for you, and after the tailor, you do the testing, he fits you, and then you hand over the cloth to the tailor, and the tailor will go and use the cloth the way they want it. If at any some point they want you to do some amendment on the cloth, they will bring it back. But that is a different contract. So that is the way it should be. So once they sign off this form, you are done with the project. So you have to go start looking for another project. So the form should be in a format like this, or you can take this as a template. It has this, must capture the project information, deliverables, acceptance criteria, comment and consent, and signature. So the project the information should contain the project name, the client, and the project sponsor. Deliverable, you list all deliverables for acceptance, and then acceptance criteria. Identify all the acceptance criteria, all of them. Like you see, you guys have already we've done product backlogging, and during product backlogging, you see that all the user stories, they have acceptance criteria. So you have to equally capture the acceptance criteria, and you have to make provision for where the clients need to make some comments or reservation or give you feedback, which is here, and then signature. So here, this is where they need to sign off, and that's it. And in a template like this, you have a Dynamics 365 CRM sales project. The project name is CRM Sales Enhancement. Client is XYZ Corporation, and the project sponsor is John Smith. And here are the sections of the acceptance form. The project information here, you see CRM enhancement, XYZ Corporation. So, and the sponsor here is John Smith. So it depends on, if you are working for an organization, then that organization here becomes maybe a external organization, or becomes here the client. And the contact in that organization, who is the sponsor, you capture the name like this. And the deliverables, some of these deliverables, you already know the deliverables captured in your project charter when you are starting this. These are key deliverables. These are things you need to capture here. You already have the information, you need to list them. In this case, you have updated CRM system, enhanced sales dashboard, automation of sales processes. Here, they have 3 key deliverables in this particular project. So these are 3 deliverables here they've got, and then the acceptance here, acceptance criteria is system functionalities matches specification, dashboard provide relevant insight, sales process automated successfully. You can see that all these 3 acceptance criteria matches the deliverables. And all right, and then here you provide for comment and concern. So that's for feedback. And now you can see, because they are happy, no concern, everything meets expectation. And that's a very good feedback for you. And then they provide their signature here, John Smith, and the date. And that's That's it. You have, once you've secured this document, then you have you've brought this project to an end. Once this is done, the project manager will then take it from here and start every other necessary closure steps needed, like calling a lesson learn meeting, or post implementation review meeting. They are the same. It depends the way the name you give you company give. If you are capturing lesson learned, they are just implementation review meeting. They are always have the same purpose. And then once that is done, the project manager will draft a report, closure report, project closure report, and get necessary signatories, and that is it. The project is closed. So that's it. I think this is the only thing that is remaining we have not spoken about in business. So I've covered everything you need to know in business analysis for now. So, and this will help us to close this project once you guys are at this point, and then we can celebrate. So in this, I will still have like other here post-implementation review. We've done this in project management. There's no need of repeating it. And these project managers deliverable, and here project closure reports is project manager deliverable. We captured it in project management. There's no need for repeating them. So it's the only one that is in business analysis that we should touch on it again, and we can then wait till when any of the team will get to the stage where we need to do the configuration. So I'm waiting for any first team that will reach that stage. Once any of you reach that stage, we do the configuration and close the project. So if you have any question, I'm up for you. Okay, there's no question, and that's good. I believe with the Evelyn.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, please, I want to ask, let's say that I am being hired as a VA, maybe to kind of supervise a project, what will I say, to create a website. So, since I don't know some of the deliverables for the week, or maybe how the deliverables will run, maybe for a month, how will I, as a VA, as in, is it for me? Sorry, I don't know how to put it, but what I want to say is that will I have to hire a developer to help me to know some of the things that I have to list out, as in some of the deliverables that I have to list out to be carried out within the week or something like that?
You are hired to create, to develop a website.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, if a company is hiring you as a kind of a contract, somebody contracted you, tell you, can you, I want to understand, they hired you in a company, or somebody as a freelancer hired you. I want to understand where you're coming from.
As a freelancer, sir.
Okay, as a freelancer, does a business analyst develop a website as a free? So if they are hiring you as a freelancer, Then if you're accepting that, then it means you are, because a business analyst does not have the capacity to develop a only, well, somebody like me, I'm not doing it as a business, then I have to be hired as a business analyst and as a developer, because it's not any hiring as a freelancer to create a business a website. I don't think the person know what they are doing. But if they are hiring you as a business analyst to be part of that project, that is different. If they're hiring you, just like in this project, you can be hired as a freelancer to be part of this project we are doing. You are here as a business analyst, but you are a freelancer. You do your own bits and you allow others to do their bits. But if they're hiring you, meaning that they've given you a contract to do that, then if you can do it, if you can hire developers on your own to do that, then it's up to you. Then you can take the contract and then hire developers and every other person that is needed to do that. But mind you, now at this point, you are equally a project manager, not just a business analyst, because you are going to manage all these people working under you, because it's not only you that are going to work on that. Website is a software, just like the one we are doing here, software development. So you are going to hire all the developers, anybody who is going to work on that project, you are going to hire them from the money you received and deliver their projects to them.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, but if they hire you as a business, so you must understand the term. If they hire you as a business analyst, then as a business analyst, you know what you are coming to do. You understand the kind of website they need. That is requirement gathering. You gather the requirements, and there are so many solutions we use for websites. You can use PHP for your website. You can use JavaScript for your website. You can use WordPress for your website. These are different solutions. You can use even Python. This is so. It depends on what they need and the amounts they are willing to budget or to spend. Determine the kind of solution you are giving them. That is requirement gathering, requirement analysis with solution evaluation. Decide the kind of website you are going to deploy for them. Then you design the website. As a business analyst, you should be able to design it, capture all the necessary backlog, user stories and acceptance criteria, and then you need something like a mock-up or a wireframe, skeletal, how it's going to look with key screens and physics and of the website, how the website is going to look, and then create test cases, just like everything we've done here. And you invite developers. Once you give developers all these documents, they know what to do, just like you move them to, depends on where you want to. There are so many environments, like here you see we use Jira. You can move them to Jira, invite them in the Jira and take it from there. So everything we are doing here, you can do it there. So what we are doing here is software development. The way we do it here, if you understand what we are doing here, you can apply it anywhere. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Understood.
Okay, Amarachi Eze.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just what you mentioned. You talked about mock-up and prototype. I don't think we've done that. I don't know or if I missed the class, but I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, that one is is a UI. This is not really the work of a business analyst. It's a UI designer that should do that. So that's why I didn't pay attention to that. But if
Okay.
you want to learn a mock-up, you can do that. So I know how to, but these are not purely business analyst mock-up. It's not purely business, it's not business analyst deliverable. You know, you need a US designer that these are the people that normally does mock-up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But if you want to learn it as a business analyst, like business analyst is one thing that he does a lot, like even test cases, test these things. These are some of the main for, it's not really business analysts should be doing testing. We have testers or quality assurance. So some of all those things are bonus I've added in business analysis.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So any more question? All right. So if you want to learn US UI design, you can start. It's not so difficult, but you need to, like, if you have good knowledge of draw.io or things in diagram or things, you can start doing that. But I'm not good as these areas are not that is difficult, but we don't have time. You know, in this short period, I can't teach you guys everything about IT. We've done a lot of overlapping here. So I can't teach everything because of time in just this period of time. So it's a continuous learning. As you are growing, you are keep learning. Even me, at this point, I keep learning. So thank you, and I'm waiting for the first team to invite me to the Ajira, and whichever team that invited me, we take it from there. So thank you, and good night.
Good night, sir.
Yeah,
Good night, Mr. Charles.
good night.
Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
Good night, Mr. Charles. Sorry, we didn't have time to ask you how are you now?
I wanted to ask about your health, sir.
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm very much good.
Oh, we thank God for that, Mr.
No, we are getting close to winter. Okay, winter is not yet. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not
Winter is
even
not yet.
after
It's
winter.